I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is the Brash Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon 2017 from Margaret River. This is quite a new vineyard in Margaret River. I think it's less than 20 years old. It was established, well, less than 20 years that they've been making wine. It was established in 1999, and there are 18 hectares of vines at Yallingup. And Yallingup is in the north part of the Margaret River region. The north part, naturally enough, is a bit warmer than the south part. So you go from Yallingup down to Williabrup, which is probably even more famous for its Cabernet. So those two areas are probably where the best Cabernets of Margaret River are produced, with great consistency. Pretty much every year they can do great Cabernet. And that's the Brash Vineyard. It's still establishing itself. It's been winning a lot of gold medals at the shows, and you can see on this label there's a forest of gold medals there. We gave it a gold medal score. But it's still establishing itself. They sell most of their grapes to other people, and without no names, no pactol, they're not really telling who they sell them to. They're just saying that some of the most famous Cabernets in Margaret River have a bit of Brash Vineyard Cabernet in them. The wine is made by a fellow called Bruce Dukes, who is probably one of the best contract winemakers in Australia, and he works in Margaret River in a little company called Naturalist Vintners. He produces his own brand of wines as well, and everything he makes that I've experienced has been a very, very good wine indeed. So good fruit, good vineyard, and good winemaker. So how does this Brash Vineyard Cabernet taste? Well, lovely deep colour. There's no shortage of colour there. It's very dark, it's very purple, it's very youthful. It looks very promising in the glass. And the bouquet is just classic Cabernet Sauvignon. It's got black currants, it's got cedary touches, it's got a touch of dusty oak, but nothing too assertive. The berry flavours, blueberries, black currants, all sorts of lovely aromas there, without too much of the herbal character that you can get sometimes in Margaret River Cabernet. There is a hint of leafiness, but generally the cooler climate parts of Margaret River and the cooler vineyards and the cooler seasons give you more of that herbal character. But this is more about ripe red berries. Beautiful. Let's have a taste. Full-bodied. The first thing you notice is the attack of that wine. It really comes on strong. It's got an intensity to it. Full body, so it's got weight. It fills the whole mouth with flavour. The tannins are quite strong, which you would hope for in a serious Cabernet. But they're not astringent or aggressive, but they give the wine a good firm backbone, which you really need to go with hearty food and to age well, and it will age well. So the length of flavour is excellent. The berry flavours just keep repeating themselves over and over and over. It's a delicious wine. So how did we rate this wine? Well, we rated it 96, which is a high gold ribbon score. It's a top ranked score. It got number 2 out of 60 Cabernet Sauvignons from Margaret River in the 2017 vintage. We suggest that it could drink well from now until 2030 and the rest. But between now and 2030 is a good time to drink it. $45, a really good value buy. We asked the winemaker, Bruce Dukes, what he would put with this wine, and he said roast duck with plum sauce, or roast lamb with mint sauce, or a cheese board with a selection of soft cheeses, etc. So he's got 3 options there. I certainly think that the first 2 would be excellent. Roast lamb with mint sauce, roast duck with the plum sauce. Beautiful, no problem. Cheese, you have to be a little more careful. I would say I would like to have that with a semi-hard cheese or a hard cheese, Asiago semi-hard through to, say, cheddar, or pecorino, or even Grana Padano or Reggiano, those wonderful Parmesan cheeses from Italy. Perfect with a wine like that. So I really enjoy a glass of that with a bit of cheese.